This is Movies in Contemplation with Jarokk and...
Oh, am I talking to you?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Blessed be, contemplators.
Blessed be. Took a little hiatus. We had to get out, see nature.
We did.
Do all the shit that they did in this movie, except for cast a spell.
Yeah, we didn't chant or call the corners or anything, but
No.
we did get out in nature. It was a lot of fun.
It was great.
Maybe I should post one of the videos of us on one of those, like, what were we riding on?
It was on a dune buggy.
A dune buggy.
Dune buggy. Today, y'all, we got a Cali pick.
Yes, we do have a Cali pick. We are doing, finally, The Craft.
The Craft.
Yes, it came out in 1996.
Oh, yeah.
Directed by Andrew Fleming, who also directed...
Dick.
Dick.
Yes.
What we just recently did. Starring Robin Tunney, Fairuza Balk, Neve Campbell, Rachel True, Skeet Ulrich, and lots more. Breckenmeyer and Christine Taylor.
A lot of people from the night. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
First, let's talk about the wine. I think I was like a little...
yeah, Christine Taylor. I forgot about that.
Yeah, she was the blonde. I think I got a little too excited when I found this wine.
You did. It was fun. You did like this snidely whiplash dance thing.
I was like flapping my wings like, oh my god.
Stop causing a scene.
Yeah. We found this new place to get wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's called like Friar Tuck's.
Friar Tuck's, a fucking mansion.
It's a superstore for wine.
Yeah.
Dudes. Like,
it was awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I actually went there for the Hocus Pocus one.
Yes.
I was alone, and I was literally in that store for 2 fucking hours. Like,
I would do the same thing. I would be in there forever.
I got home, you were even like, why did it take so long?
Yeah, no, I was...
It's like you have no idea how vast
I was
that
worried.
fucking store is.
But now I get it. Like, I was getting worried that we would run out of wines because of our supermarkets. They don't always bring new shit. But this place, oh yeah, we're
in business.
We're
bitch.
in business, baby. Anywho, the wine that I got uber excited for, it's called Spellbound. Fucking duh. It has not all of the moon phases, but most of them. This is a Merlot. We don't really drink Merlot that often, but when we find something good like this, like perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see, I haven't read the back yet, but I'm gonna give it a cold read here.
Give it a go.
Excuse you, why are you growling at Jarokk's sword?
He's staring that bitch down.
Opie is staring down your big, gaudy sword.
It's the fucking Witch King of Angmar's sword, man. Chill.
Alright, anyway.
Maybe he's there.
Everyone knows the warm sun nurtures plants, bringing grapevines to full maturity. But it's the moon, ruler of the tides, whose gravitational force helps pull water up from the soil during the cool nights that has influenced farmers since ancient times. Our food-friendly wines are true to their roots, expressing ripe, veritable character and spellbinding flavors. Cool. That's like cool. All right, moving on to
the handy-dandy Shakespearean notebook.
Okay, I got incontinent, boiled brains, idiot worshipper. Incontinent, indulging lust without restraint. Boiled brains, senseless, hot-headed. Idiot worshipper, one with faith in stupidity.
Lovely.
Somewhere, can you put
set
that
this down?
Set this down. I'm going to taste the wine while you do that.
Do it.
It's definitely a Merlot.
It's a Merlot, yeah.
Definitely a Merlot.
Yeah, definitely a Merlot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember liking Merlots, like, early in my wine phase, just because I probably have heard that in, like, movies and TV more than Cabernet or Shiraz. Yeah. But it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not horrible. For a Merlot. For a
Merlot.
I'd drink it again.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, let's dive in. So, Callie, what does this film mean to you?
If you were me a girl in the 90s,
Yeah.
this movie was your shit.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, when this came out, like I was definitely a little young for this, because I mean, not like super, super young. I was in like middle school when this came out.
Yeah, but I think that this, for your particular age, I think that this film really hit the middle school girls.
I agree.
The coming of age girls. It really fucking hit that generation.
Yeah.
Because especially my sister, who's, it hit her ass.
Yeah. And we're
know?
your younger sister? We were
Yeah.
the same age.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
That makes sense. I think you hit the hail on the Ned.
I hit the hail. Thank you. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather. But no, that's the perfect example.
It
like,
is.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Like, she fucking did that. And I'm pretty sure on this podcast I already talked about how I was the fucking board and the bitch dropped me. So it's like, I mean, did you play Light as a feather, stiff as a board?
Of course.
Okay, yeah.
But I played with a large group of people that it made it easy to carry the person, and you can tell we were all just like, like trying really hard. So
Your fingers!
yeah. I think I just sprained my finger.
Shit. Yeah.
But now this movie came out, and I would rent it from Blockbuster every goddamn time I could.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom was dating this guy at the time, and he knew that I was like interested in the film, and like kind of like I've said, like I really enjoyed like witches and films and whatnot. And The Craft was kind of like my intro to kind of learn what witchcraft could possibly be. And my mom's boyfriend at the time said, well, hey, do you want to go to this bookstore called The Psychic Eye? Ooh. It was on Ventura Boulevard, I think maybe in Encino or like Studio City. I cannot really remember, but he took me there for the first time, and I was just like, oh my God, this is the coolest store I've ever been in. It had everything. Jeez. I bought spell books, I bought the Witch's Almanac, I bought like incense, and I was so frustrated because I couldn't drive at the time, so I really couldn't go there
all the time,
as many times. Yeah.
You would have found your own Lirio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. And just the fashion, like the black long sleeves with the white like collar and the white like sleeve cuff kind of thing. All the jewelry, the hair.
Like the shit like Fairuza was wearing.
All the shit that Fairuza was wearing. Like those leather pants. I did have a pair of those in the Light as a Feather scene. But yeah, it was my intro to these kind of like a spiritual kind of world. And lucky for us, I actually have a coworker who is a practicing Wiccan, like pagan witch. Yeah. She's been one since the 90s, and I work with her majority of my time. So I'm gonna call her Mage.
Yeah, ooh, I like that.
And I guess like throughout the film, I'm gonna like switch to like my like talking about the film, and I was asking her questions like what parts of the film were real and what was boosted up like for Hollywood. Yeah. Dude, what are you doing?
It's fucking Halloween, man. I don't know what the fuck he's staring at. Fucking staring in the corner.
Is there a spooky ghost in here?
There's a spooky ghost.
But I mean, you have seen this, but you said it's been a really long time.
So it's been a very long time since I last saw this film. I don't even if we watched this together.
I don't think we have.
Then the last time I watched this was legit VHS.
Okay.
Because that's how long it's been.
Yeah, like I remember trying to, with my friends, recreate the spells that they did. Oof. Of course, we didn't have wine. We didn't really do the blood thing with the, and we'll talk about that when that comes. I remember we would record scenes from the movie with my mom's little like handheld camera in my tiny little bedroom at my mom's house. It was like I could probably still recite this whole movie. It's kind of like Tank Girl and Cats for me. The Craft is definitely one of those top 3 like movies that I'd be obsessive about. But let's dive in, shall we?
Let us, please.
Let's call the corners, shall we?
Yes.
So the film opens up, the 3 girls, doing magic. We don't really know what type of magic is happening, but I kind of came up with this thought today while we were rewatching it before we recorded it. Because it's a very awesome looking scene. They have every type of candles, incense, little baubles, little trinkets, and just stones and everything. And they're in this like gazebo of like nature, and they're saying like, now is the time, this is the hour, ours is the magic, ours is the power.
Yeah.
And at first I was thinking like, okay, this is just an intro just to show that, oh, they're just doing magic just because, hey, it's the craft.
Right.
But I was thinking, what if these girls were trying to summon or they're trying to get their fourth to finally come to them.
Ooh, that's interesting.
You know, because like, what if they tried another fourth, but it turned out they were like a fraud, or it just wasn't a match, or they weren't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like this could have been the reason that Sarah came from San Francisco to LA.
Oh,
I don't know.
Interesting.
Do you think?
That's interesting.
That would be an interesting.
Now that you say that, I kind of all right. I
You
mean,
could see that?
I'll dig, dog.
You dig, dog?
I dig, dog.
Okay. So yeah, Sarah arrives with her family. They live in this really nice house. It's one of those houses you would see like if you ever go like hiking out in like Los Angeles. Those are the type of houses you're going to see. They're really big. They're very like old looking.
Yeah.
But it is a very particular Los Angeles styled house, and I think they really like nailed it because it's also leaking.
Yeah.
Because of course it's raining and all that. And we meet Sarah, who is Robin Tunney's character, and it's interesting. We were just talking about it. I had no idea she was wearing a wig the whole time.
Yeah.
Her hair was like shorter than mine. Like she had like a buzz cut from some film. I cannot remember what it is. Bad me. But this was her first time really getting a leading role. She was always kind of like the character actress, like kind of like the weirdo.
Yeah.
And this was her entry role as the protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she had this hair, it was very, very frizzy.
Yeah.
But what's this part of the hair called?
The hairline?
Yeah, her hairline was perfectly like symmetrical. Like it was like a perfect circle, which nobody has that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I actually have like Farouz's hairline. I have like that widow's peak. Yeah. Kind of like that she does. But yeah, Robin's hair was like a perfect circle. And the hair had complete volume up at the top, and it would just fall oh so nicely. And I always would try to like do my hair like all the girls. Yeah. But I can never do Robin's hair because it's not real. Right. It's fake. And she goes downstairs, and there's just like random homeless dude that just comes up to the door and just says, "Found this out back. You want it?" It's a snake.
Right. It's a fucking snake. He just fucking walks right in. Found this outside. Like, I'm over here going, is that the gardener?
Yeah, is that the gardener?
Is that the gardener?
Yeah, is he here to, like, warn the family? Like, hey, there are some snakes in this area. Just be careful. Yeah. He's like, relax. What's the matter with you? Relax.
It's a garter snake.
Yeah. And Sarah's just, like, you know, of course, scared to death. And the dad...
The hell are you doing in here?
Yeah. What the hell?
Picks up his fucking fire poker.
Fire poker, yeah. And I love...
Get out of here!
The snake is still in the house, and Sarah's just like, "Dad," and like the dad just harpoons the snake. Yeah, ha! Like Captain Who and like damn the Moby Dick. Ahab, yeah.
Cursed be blooded whatever the fuck is that?
And I never really understood the whole homeless guy role.
I do now.
You do now?
I do now.
Do you want to say now or when he comes up again?
We'll do it. We'll bring it up again later. Okay. Because I was sitting there. We'll talk about it. Okay. So let's keep going.
So Sarah, she's going to a new school, obviously, and I love it. Like the dad's like, you know, you can wait until you get your school uniform so you can feel normal. Yeah. I'd be like, this is a uniform school, which I've never been to, you know, and it's like, why would you feel weird about not wearing a uniform? But I guess it's the whole, you know, you wanting to blend in and not look like everybody. But Sarah's like, I really don't want to stay home. I'd rather just get it over with. And I mean, she's wearing street clothes. Like who the fucking cares? Yeah. But you know, it's high school. People are mean, no matter what. Yeah. And then we meet also the three witches, the bitches of Eastwick.
Bitches of Eastwick.
And I love what's his name that plays the friend? He's in
Breckenmeyer.
He's in Clueless.
Breckenmeyer,
yeah. Oh, God, I thought it was Satan.
I love it because Breckenmeyer back then, like, you know, this was... He had that... He was clueless. He was the clueless guy. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until... I think...
Road Trip?
No, before Road Trip. That one he did with...
Rat Race?
No, that is after, I think.
Oh. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. It's that one movie with Seth Green... When he's that, like, he had the goggles and the blue fucking jacket.
Can't Hardly Wait?
Can't Hardly Wait.
He's not in that.
Yes, he is. He's the band guy, but he doesn't have the hair.
Yes, he is. You're right.
He's the fucking lead singer of the band wearing that, like, whatever.
Austin Powers lapel something
thing.
jacket. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. It's so, like, all the British guys sing it. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
God, he looks so much older in that one than he does in, like, in Road Trip. Honestly.
I'm pretty fucking sure that was
Road Trip. No, you're right. You are right.
Okay.
It could have been just, like, the costume or the hair. I don't know. But
it might have been the costume and the hair. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But anywho, yeah.
But, you see when the three girls are walking, you got Nancy, Bonnie, and Rochelle. Everyone, like they're in the middle of the road and everyone's like not trying to like get in their way. So they already have some sort of like presence in school where it's like, don't fuck with these girls.
Yeah.
And they go to Nancy's locker and Bonnie, Neve Campbell's character, like she's reading the Witch's Almanac. And I asked Mage about the whole almanac thing because Bonnie was saying the almanac says today will bring an arrival of something. Mm-hmm. And Bonnie's like, well, maybe it's our fourth. And Nancy's like, we don't need a fourth. Bonnie's like, well, we need a fourth to call the corners, north, south, east, and west, and four would make a circle. And I asked Mage, do you need to have 4 people to have a coven or to complete the circle? And she said no.
Right.
She's been mostly on her own, doing her own thing, but then she'll like join in other people, but covens can be from 1 to like 50 or more.
Yeah.
So you can call the corners on your own.
Are you calling the fucking corners?
Are you trying to call corners here?
Do that shit.
Don't do that shit in this house. I don't need to call any deities over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Nancy, she's honestly right. Like you don't need a fourth, but then we see that. The school cop, maybe she can be our fourth.
Right.
I love a woman in uniform.
Yeah. Love it. Yeah.
Oh, and it's funny. Bonnie's like, the almanac says today will bring an arrival of something. And he's just like, yeah, tell me about it. I'm getting my rag.
Yeah.
I remember like watching that and be like, what the hell is that?
Oh, Lord.
And she also has like a random black noose in her locker.
That was fucked because and it's really funny, and I'm pretty sure I said this during the film while we were watching it. She's fucking around with the noose and whatever, and then they walk away and leave, and she just leaves her locker
Yeah,
open.
you leave your locker open for others to go into.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare.
And another thing I asked Mage is, do you have an almanac? She's like, really, no. An almanac, a witch's almanac is kind of similar to like a farmer's almanac. It kind of just goes by the seasons. She uses it's called a Llewellyn date book. It gives like a day to day of like what's to come.
Oh.
It's more of like a date book than just here's what's going to happen during this season kind of thing, which I guess makes sense. Sarah goes into her first class and it's like a French class.
Yeah.
And Bonnie's in the class.
If they're in a Catholic private school, right?
Yeah, I'm going to assume it's private.
Yeah. I guess
don't
it's
know.
private. I don't know either. See, my thing with it was the girls were in uniform, but the guys weren't.
Were they not?
No, because I was seeing a lot of plaid, like Breckenmeyer was wearing his usual Breckenmeyer back then attire.
Breckenmeyer attire?
Yeah, the Breckenmeyer attire, and it's just like... And you think that they would be more strict with, like, the boys. Like, Breckenmeyer wouldn't have that fucking hair.
Oh, no.
Like, if we're talking, like, a real fucking Catholic school here. But it's, like, they've got rules. So...
Yeah, and you think about it, I mean, throughout the film, the girls start to wear less and less of their uniforms.
True.
Except for the skirts.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, I mean, I don't know. That was just, like, a thing that I caught there. I was just like, all the women are wearing...
It's fun. You know what? That's interesting, because I never really focused on the men. I would always focus on the women, because obviously they're the main focus.
Well, yeah.
But that's a good find.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's Breckenmeyer, he gets a funny little thing with the class. The French teacher is like, I'm pretty sure the French teacher asks him like how his weekend was or something,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like, très bien, monsieur. En français. Like, oh, do you mean did I get laid? Beaucoup de laid.
Beaucoup de laid.
And then he says something stupid, like, obviously, like, this is LA. Shouldn't we be learning Mexican? And the friend's like, it's Spanish, you idiot.
Right.
Oh, yeah, Spanish.
Spanish.
And I guess, like, Sarah gets a little dig. I don't know what she says because we don't get the subtitles of what
She says
she
in French.
says or the teacher. So it's just probably, it's some sass. And he's like, what is that snail trail over there saying about me? Snail trail? What the fuck kind of insult is that?
Oh, I love it though.
It's funny.
Snail trail.
Yeah. And Bonnie like looks over, and poor Bonnie. You can like when the way she walks, her physicality throughout the film is really beautiful because it really evolves into a totally different person, and so does her like personality. But she's wearing this like oversized coat. Her hair is greasy. She doesn't really have any makeup on. She keeps her like books close to her chest. Her shoulders are rolled in, like really bad posture. You can tell that she's very, very self-conscious.
Right.
And
very Breakfast Club.
yeah, very Breakfast Club, very basket case Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
But like not really that intimidating.
No, yeah.
Yeah, she's like probably the least. Honestly, it's really Nancy who's the intimidating one.
She's the intimidating one. Yeah, Bonnie was probably.
I see Bonnie as kind of being more of a follower.
Yeah.
I mean, Rochelle. I feel like Rochelle was probably kind of like a neutral type of person.
She was like the nice one with
Yeah, she was the nice one. I mean, she honestly really, I mean, everyone was getting picked on, but Rochelle was dealing with some, she was the only black girl in the school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she had that already.
And a most likely all conservative type.
All
racist,
conservative type, racist.
Obviously, we're dealing with racists.
Yes, obviously,
in
we
the
see
film.
that.
And all other kinds of shit. And she just so happened to have had parents who were well off. Well, big jobs. So yeah, she's dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
They don't discuss what happens to Bonnie, do they? They don't say.
No, we just know that she has burns all over her body. Burn scars. She was burned.
Like her entire torso, and that's it.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's like her back, her shoulder, and I think maybe down her arm.
Yeah.
Maybe her neck too. I don't know.
She wears all of that shit, but her face is fine.
Her face is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would think she would have it worse if her face was fucked up, but I don't know. Because she's able to cover it up. But Sarah, she starts to do the pencil thing.
Oh, yeah.
And Bonnie's like watching, and Sarah's able to make the pencil stand on its own with the lead on it, and then the pen starts to spin and starts like digging into the desk. I used to try that all the time.
Did you?
I really did. But come on, can I just do it just once? I just really want to feel like I'm a natural witch.
And then your pencil falls on the floor.
Of course it does. Yeah. But yeah, Bonnie sees, and she's like, she goes to the girls like, she's here. She's here.
We found our
fourth. The fourth. She's the one. And the girls are like, what are you talking about? And Sarah comes in. It's like a biology class. Sarah actually goes up to them and says, hey, I need a lab group. I love it because Nancy is just staring her down, like doing her...
Whatever the fuck.
Whatever the fuck. I don't know, maybe she's trying to read her or something. And like Bonnie and Rochelle are just kind of like, they're not, like, what do we do? Or they're not saying anything. So they're just like, okay, we'll just follow what Nancy's doing.
Right.
And Sarah's like, all right, I get it. And Bonnie at least tries and said, okay, no, you can sit here. And Bonnie's like, are you happy that you did that? What? So what'd I do? So lunchtime hits, and we meet Chris, Skeet Ulrich. I feel like he just got better looking as he got older. I did not think he was good looking in this at all. He looked way too young. I think when Scream came about was when he was really coming into his looks.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just tried, I don't know, maybe because he looked too clean cut for me.
Maybe.
That could be it.
Maybe.
And this was like one of his like first big roles, I believe.
I think this was a couple of their first big roles. Even Nev.
Yes.
even Nev Campbell, this was her. I mean, what was she was on? She was on fucking fuck was that show that she was in?
She was in some TV show where she was like young. Oh, Party of Five.
Party of Five.
That was shot at my high school.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Party of Five.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, she was in that, and I think this was like her big
movie
thing, and
movie
then,
debut.
And then it was Scream, and then it was just all
up.
up.
But Chris, he tries to like slink in and hit on the new girl kind of thing. And Sarah, okay, I'm going to say this now. I was going to say it in the beginning, but I'm going to say it now. Sarah is the most boring character in the film.
Yeah, that's the main, right?
The main, yeah. Like, no shade on Robin. I mean, it just, I don't know what they were going with her, but it just felt like she just was, or I don't know, because there's so many things that don't get explained in this film, and it's frustrating. You know, now watching it as an adult, it's like there are too many like holes.
And there's a lot of fuck-ups.
There was
a lot of fuck-ups
Yeah.
that they did not fucking pay attention to. You know,
Yeah.
you watched The Making, and then I watched The Making because I was intrigued and I wanted to. But I watched The Making, and we found out that there was so much fuck-ups, and that's one of the things that I'll bring up with the homeless guy in the beginning, because I was sitting there kicking myself in the ass the whole time watching this, like, what the fuck is it up with her and the fucking snakes? Every fucking scene with Sarah, there is a goddamn snake. Snake with the homeless guy.
There was a snake while they were driving to the house, that huge one.
Yeah, snake when they were driving to the house. When she's, the homeless guy again, when we get there. When she's walking under a fucking overpass in an alley. There was a fucking snake drawn on the fucking, under the overpass. And it was just staring at her. And at the end, snake. There's just snakes.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is up with her and the snakes? You know?
Yeah.
But I'll get there when we
sure.
talk about it.
Yeah, but honestly, like, Nancy really is, and Nancy and the other girls, they are the most interesting people in the film.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we did not get at all enough of Rochelle.
No.
We got nothing.
We got more of her in the goddamn making of the film than we got of her in the actual film.
Yeah, she got way more screen time in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, their stories just seemed a lot more interesting to me. And like, okay, so Sarah is a natural witch. Is that really all that she brings to the table? I guess so. I guess that's what they needed to jumpstart their magic. I don't know.
And the thing also, for me at least, the three other girls, you were seeing how broken they were.
Yes.
We're supposed to believe that Sarah is the most broken because she actually attempted suicide.
Right.
And she did all these fucking things. But she just talks about it. We're not seeing her going through that struggle. Mm-hmm. We're seeing Nancy's struggle. Mm-hmm. We're seeing Bonnie's struggle. And we're seeing Rochelle's struggle. Yeah. We're not seeing Sarah's struggle at all.
Absolutely not.
We don't.
Yeah.
We just talk about Sarah's struggle from the past.
From the past, yeah.
That's it.
Like, if you see, like, her father is a super nice guy.
Yeah.
The stepmom, we see her once, and she seems totally cool. Mm-hmm. Like, Sarah's, like, tragedies are, she lost her mom in childbirth, and we don't know how bad it got for her that actually made her want to attempt suicide.
Right.
We don't ever get to know why.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, she has the scar, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we get. But we can talk more about that because they kind of show some things, but it's not enough. It's not enough.
No.
It's not enough. But yeah, Chris tries to put the moves on Sarah kind of, but he also brings up the three girls because Sarah's like, I'm sorry, I'm giving you sass. My defenses are up. People here have been really rude to me. And he's like, who? Like, these three girls, they're over there. And Chris is like, oh shit, it's the bitches of Eastwick. Like, that girl, Bonnie, she has these burn scars all over her body. And Nancy, she's a major slut. I don't know from personal experience or anything. He doesn't say anything about Rochelle because really there's nothing to say. It's just, she's just Rochelle.
Well, Rochelle's black.
Yeah, and she's that Rochelle. She's the only black girl on the entire campus. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But that's not her fault.
Right.
Well, I guess Bonnie's scars aren't her fault either, as far as we know.
Yeah.
But Chris tries to, like, ask her out by, like, watching him, like, do football practice, and she's just like, no.
Right.
But the girls finally go up to Sarah and they're introducing each other, like, hey, sorry about today. And Nancy's kind of like, what are you doing? Because Sarah's like watching Chris practice, like, from afar. Mm-hmm. And Nancy's kind of like, you really don't want to go there. He spreads disease. I speak from personal experience. And I'm wondering, did Chris give Nancy like some STD?
Oh, God.
Because she says he spreads disease. I speak from personal experience.
Yeah.
It could be an STD or disease, meaning he spreads.
Right.
Meaning he spreads rumors.
Oh, and that makes more sense.
That makes more sense to me, and that just clicked in my head.
Look at you.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I have good moments.
Right on. All the time, girl.
But the girls invite Sarah to go shopping. Mm-hmm. Sarah's just like, I don't have any money. We got a 5-finger discount.
I know.
5-finger discount, okay.
5-finger discount.
I had no idea what that was for years.
Of course, neither did I.
I mean, no, I was a kid.
What the fuck is a 5-finger discount?
I don't know. Do you want to do the honors?
Sure. Spill it all over the plate.
Oh, God.
All right, good.
Do you want me to do it?
No.
Okay.
I'm a man. All right.
Now you're a man.
Man, pouring the wine.
So they're walking down LA and they're just kind of doing like just chit chat, whatever.
Yep.
And Nancy notices Sarah's scar. And Sarah's like, oh, I slid my wrist. And Nancy's like, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Every girl says sorry. I wanted to look it up, but we didn't have time. Like either one of them or a bunch of them is from Canada because they all say sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it. It's just funny.
It's like when you hear people say "worshed."
Worshed? I can't. I don't get it. I don't get the worshed around here. I know your mom says it.
Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, I worshed.
I worshed.
Fuck.
Like Worcestershire sauce?
And it's funny, man, because I think she even, like a long time, somebody in my family was like, wash. And I can't remember who it was. But I always thought it was her. But she's the one who's just worse.
Worse. But Sarah's like, oh yeah, I slit my wrist. I did it with a kitchen knife. And the scar is vertical. And Bonnie says, you even did it the right way. And Sarah's just like, yeah. She doesn't say shit about it, which I get. You just met these girls. You don't want to. That's a really great first impression. Oh, I tried killing myself, guys.
Right.
I don't know.
And yeah, like you said, what's her nuts was like, oh yeah, you even did it the right way.
Yeah, Bonnie says it. Yeah.
And that right there is kind of like a giveaway of
dead giveaway.
What the fuck,
Dead
Bonnie?
giveaway.
Like Bonnie, obviously, and
I could see Bonnie having like suicidal, like thoughts.
You can see a lot of
them.
Honestly,
All of them.
these fucking girls.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of them but Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that. Is that bad?
I mean...
No.
But no, again, like, Sarah's the one who... She lives that apple pie lot, like, if you will. It's like... I mean, we see... Nancy is obviously the...
Yeah.
Hers is the fucked, and you can really see that in her character. You can see that in her, in her life in this movie. And it's just, and she's the only one out of all three of these girls who obviously has no fucking money.
Yes, and that's... I can see, like, Rochelle having... Even Bonnie. I bet all the girls have money but Nancy.
Yeah. No, I think they all do.
Yeah.
Because even Bonnie, mom, can afford that fucking...
That surgery.
Whatever that fucking surgery was.
That
I don't even know.
made no sense. It was just needles puncturing into her burnt skin.
And they try to make it look so, fucking, like...
Painful?
Painful and just, like... I don't know. To me, I was like... it's kind of like getting a tattoo. Like, I don't really...
I guess it would be...
I mean, I don't know.
I could see her hurting worse than getting a tattoo because the needle is going in slower than a needle for a tattoo.
Was it going in slower?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't even see the needle going up and down when you get a tattoo. It's that fast. Yeah. Anywho. Tangents.
I just don't really have a needle problem, I guess. And I guess that's also a thing. Like, some people hate needles. Some people are bad with needles.
Yeah, my mom's horrible with needles.
Yeah. I'm just like, whatever, prick me.
Yeah, so we don't know why. And I guess, like, the right way, it's been said that if you truly wanted to kill yourself with slitting your wrists, you would do it the vertical way. Because that's where, I guess, more blood would come out. That's the easiest way to, like, puncture a vein. I don't know. I don't mean this to be like a trigger or anything, but that's just from what I hear. And like the horizontal, it's more of just...
It's just a cut.
It's just a cut. It's more for people that cut.
And again, we don't want to like talk about, you know.
No.
And obviously, guys, if anybody is having those thoughts, obviously reach out. Like, everybody is there to listen, especially now.
Yeah, especially now.
Especially now. We know everybody's in a rut.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't mind saying it because in the past, but I used to be a cutter when I was a younger.
Who wasn't?
When I was a younger lad. Laddie?
Lattice?
Laddie? I don't know. Sorry.
Lady?
I don't know. But yeah, I did, and it was just what I did, and I don't recommend it. But anyway.
No, yeah.
So the girls walk into this like new age store. I love the owner. I can't remember.
That was Lirio.
Lirio. That sounds like a very like masculine name. You think it would be like
doesn't
Lyria.
Well, that's what's funny is that, you think it would be Lirio.
Yeah, I don't know, just me. But she's
you're
beautiful.
Right. Lirio, because O is like a very...
Oh, yeah, O it seems more like
Liria.
Lyria. Yeah.
Feminine.
Yes, but she is beautiful. She's like blessing this candle and she has this like long, beautiful hair, wearing these like flowy clothes. And the store looks pretty much exactly like the psychic eye that I can remember. And Sarah's just kind of following them and like not really understanding what's going on. And Bonnie's just showing her a couple things. And Sarah's like, "Are you guys really like into all this?"
Yeah.
And Bonnie's like, "Yeah. Put this in your bag." Bonnie's just putting shit, like pocketing shit in that oversized like coat of hers.
Yeah, just shoving everything in.
Everything in nature steals, you know. Big animals steal from little ones, and Sarah's like, they steal for survival.
Yeah. They eat.
Yes, they steal so they can eat. But there's this like curtain in the back, and Lirio stops Sarah from going in there. "That's not for you."
Yeah.
And Lyra was able to tell the ring that Sarah was wearing was her mother's. And Lyra's like, "Are you going to pay for those?" "Yeah." "Well, you're not like your friends." So she knows that they steal from her.
Yeah.
But I guess she doesn't say anything. And it's funny because Lyra just kind of starts to like chit-chat about certain things, like, about candles and whatnot. And she hands Sarah a book from behind the desk, like the register. And the book is called The Craft. Yeah, I didn't notice that. And Sarah's like, "I never really like studied this stuff before. I never really follow it." And Lyra's like, "Maybe you're a natural witch. Your power comes from within."
Oh, within.
So there's like a little...
The other three just read books.
They just book it.
Yeah.
Like, "Come on, Sarah, let's go."
Yeah.
So they're walking down the streets of LA again, and we see the snake guy.
Yeah, and it's night, by the way.
It's nighttime.
Nighttime in Hollywood. Were they in Hollywood?
I don't know if they were in Hollywood. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
They really, I guess it was really hard to tell. They hit it pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, they were saying LA a lot.
But obviously they were in the city.
They were in the city.
Obvious. But yeah, they were...
So yeah, the snake's guy's like, "Hey, I remember you. I got a snake for you.
I got another snake for you."
Yeah.
She's walking down.
I had a dream about you. Yeah. In my dream, you were dead.
Yeah. And she's like running down the street. Bumps into the priest. "Come back to Jesus, child. Come back to Jesus.
Listen to me. I've been touched with the man." He's like... He's just waving that snake above his head. "Listen to me." And she's like crossing the street, and the girls like turn and they see it, and then Sarah watches him, and then he gets hit by a car.
Yeah, and that was fun because, man, you see that his body goes under them fucking
wheels. His head
wheels.
goes under the damn wheel.
Yeah, that shit's fun. He went under the wheels.
He went under the wheels.
Is she all right? He went under the wheels.
God. What is that from? Mad Men?
Fury Road.
Fury Road, yeah.
He went under the wheel. Well,
So, is this where you wanted to talk about the snake guy? Like, what?
I'll just talk about the fucking snakes in general. So...
okay, do you want to...
I'll just talk about everything, because, I mean, it's...
Yeah, why not?
God knows. And what I do have to say will go ahead of what we're doing, but whatever. So, the snake guy. So, like, when he came in my first time on it, I was like, dude, what the fuck is the point of him? Like, at least the first part. And then throughout the rest of the film, you're like, what the fuck, man? Because you don't get it. You don't get what is up with these snakes.
No.
But watching the fucking making of the film made a lot of sense because, again, they had a lot of fuck-ups.
They did.
So we're going to get there, but I'm just going to mention it now. When they go to the beach and they do the summoning or whatever the fuck they do.
The invoking.
The invoking, thank you. They fucking have these different animals. Well, one of those animals was a snake, and Nancy had it. But apparently, Sarah was supposed to have the fucking snake.
But see, I wonder why, because she talks about having a fear.
I don't know.
Of snakes and bugs.
Again, that is what the fucking producers, like, that is what they were fucking saying. And they were saying that, and obviously, they thought Bonnie was supposed to be the one of wind. And
she's not.
And she's not. Nancy is
the air element.
Nancy's the air element, and Nancy was supposed to be fire. They said that. They were like, Nancy's fire, Bonnie's wind. But in the film, Bonnie says fire.
Yeah.
Sarah, I keep calling fucking Sarah Nancy. Sarah is all like, wind,
Nancy is wind.
Oh.
Nancy was...
Who the fuck... See, I keep fucking them up. Yeah. God damn you.
They have Nancy say air.
Yeah.
Because, like, the fire thing kind of makes sense because Bonnie got hit with fire and burnt her skin, but it doesn't match Bonnie's personality.
Yeah.
Nancy is fire. You are fire. As a Sagittarius, you are fire. I'm a Gemini. I am air. So
it's funny though because each element, each element it's like nature. I mean, in nature and magic is like the same thing. Nature is totally fucking beautiful, and at the same fucking time, it can be the most deadliest son of a fucking bitch. Magic, beautiful, deadly son of a bitch. Fire. It's fucking gorgeous. It's great, but it'll fucking destroy shit. Wind, same fucking thing.
It feels great.
It feels great. It's beautiful. It's like, oh my god,
seeing
look at
the
the trees.
dancing,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The leaves falling down. But then you get tornadoes. Water. It's so calm. It's so fucking beautiful. And then you get fucking hurricanes. Earth. It's fucking feels great. It grounds you. It fucking gets all the bullshit out of your fucking cells when you go out barefoot. But it's like...
But you got earthquakes.
Exactly.
Volcanoes.
Fire. Volcanoes. You got all these fucking dangerous elements.
And water.
Yeah.
Water's beautiful. It's great to swim in.
Exactly.
Water it keeps us hydrated. Earth nourishes our bodies because we get food from the ground.
Yeah.
But there are typhoons and tidal waves and all that.
Exactly.
Tsunamis and all that shit. But you hit the nail on the head because Lirio in the middle of the film when they go back says magic is neither black nor white. It's both because nature is both.
Yeah.
Exactly what you just said. So you are correct. You are 100% correct. Whoa. So good on you. Yes. So the girls take now you do
Sarah,
this to me.
Sarah.
You do this to me every time. You fuck. They take Sarah, and Sarah's like, what is going on? Like, I'm totally freaked out, and they were all saying that I truly felt that the car was going to hit him. Didn't you feel it? Yeah, I felt it, but I didn't really think, Well, Bonnie's a believer. Yeah. She's like, well, that's it, you guys. North, south, east, and west. We can make things happen. I tried to do this scene in college, and it didn't happen. I was really mad. God. And, like, Sarah's like, I'm so confused. What is going on? And she's just like, do you guys, worship the devil?
Yeah, that was fun. And I love that she had, that fucking...
little flask of, liquor.
Yeah, whatever it was.
I never got that they were drinking alcohol until being an adult. Yeah. I was like, I really didn't pay attention to what they were drinking. But, yeah, they just had random booze.
They go to some random...
abandoned couches, yeah. And
I love the group of homeless people behind them at their fucking couches and shit. Yeah. It's just like, all right.
And Rochelle is like, well, maybe he'll listen now. Who? Manon. And Sarah's like, who is that? Is that God? And I love Bonnie's response. No man invented God. This is older than that.
There you fucking go, yeah.
And I'm sorry, it's fucking true.
Yeah.
And I asked Mage about Manon. I'm like, is that a real person that gets prayed to or, summoned or whatever? And she's like, no, it was made by the film.
Yeah.
But there are so many deities out there. There's Greek, there's Egyptian, there's Celtic, there's everything.
The Norse, man.
There's the Norse. She said, like, I was like, I guess like each person has like a god and a goddess kind of thing, and I wanted to like, and I was asking her like, wow, I wonder what mine would be, and I like kind of said a couple things, and then God, what is she? Where is it?
Fuck, I want to know what my god is.
I was like, I was just explaining things that I like, and she just went, Brigitte.
Whoa.
I was like, what? Brigitte. And I thought she sent me a link, but I guess not. Yeah, Brigitte or Brig is a goddess of pre-Christian Ireland. She's
Celtic.
She's Celtic. Yeah, I was like, really?
She's Celtic god.
I'm Celtic? Because I said, like, oh, I really like nature, but I also love, like, music and, you know, the beauty of, like, art and music and all that. And she just went, Brigitte. Like, whoa! I haven't done, like, much research on it. But
Ask her who mine is.
Yeah, she's like, I'm good at finding goddesses, but not gods.
Oh.
Because she's...
Well, I might have a goddess, you know?
Well, everyone has one. It's just, it's yin and yang. Everyone has a yin and yang in them.
Oh.
Yeah. So Menno was made up because they really didn't want to fuck with any other deity.
It is a good thing they didn't, dude.
No,
because
absolutely.
Can you just imagine, like, all the shit? And I know that Sarah Bailey had a really... I'm sorry,
Sarah Bailey? Who's that?
No,
Who is she?
Who is she? God damn it. I keep looking at the wrong fucking side, Robin Tooney. Tunney, whatever the fuck her name is, Robin, Sarah. Who is she?
Better get that bitch out of our lives. It's me or that bitch.
Got another snake for you.
It's either her or me.
Oh, God. But no, and it makes sense. Fuck, now I don't know where I was going, man.
About her realist
beliefs. Yeah, her realist beliefs.
Yeah.
Everybody was like...
She believes in practicality.
Yeah, because everybody was like... So they were like, oh, when we were filming that scene on the fucking beach...
Yeah.
The tide kept coming up when we were trying to do the fucking... The ceremony or whatever.
Scene.
The invoking. The tide kept coming up and was washing everything away. And everybody was freed. And then she was like... And then we were losing electricity. And she was like... Well, you know what? The tide just happens to come up because we're on the beach. We lost electricity because the generator wasn't big enough for what we were dealing with. Like, hello, people. It's not magic.
Well, it's funny that you say that because I've been listening on audiobook The Exorcist.
Yeah.
I've never read the book before. It just popped up on my YouTube feed.
You fell asleep earlier listening to that
I
shit.
fell asleep.
I couldn't believe it. I was literally
listening to The Exorcist.
How the fuck do you do that?
I am a very fucked up individual. No, there's only really certain parts that really are scary. Like the book, I think there's a lot more to the book. That's why it's 10 hours to listen to. There's a lot. But a lot of people like in the making were saying that a lot of shit was happening. Like I think like 9 people died during the making of the film.
Jesus.
But the film was filmed in like a year or 2 year span. So that is a long time.
Yeah.
But still a lot of freakish things happened because they were dealing with demons and the devil, so I don't know. But if Robin was in the film, she would have been like, "Hey, people die." It is what it is.
It's better than 1 million, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean 9, really? Out of all the people that, oh my God, you almost broke your wine glass.
No, it's not. Is it
because we're talking about witchcraft? Are spooky things happening now?
Oh my God.
We got Opie here. Whining at a corner. We got you breaking shit.
No, man, I got that bad fucking glass. Look.
You got the teeter.
I got the teacup.
You got the teeter-totter glass.
The teeter-totter. Thank you, teacup.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, yeah.
But Nancy's like, Manon is like God and the devil. She makes this fun like analogy. If God and the devil were playing football, Mena would be the stadium that they played on. It would be the sun that shone down on them. And Bonnie asks, like, does stuff like this happen to you before? So this is where we get a little bit of backstory about Sarah. She says, yeah, weird things happen, but they always get screwed up. She says, sometimes I'll want it to rain, and then a pipe will burst in my room. It'll just get flooded.
Yeah.
Of course, Nancy's like, yeah, right. she's the one
bullshit.
Yeah, she's the one that calls bullshit, but I kind of get why, because I think she's jealous.
Yeah.
That she's not a natural witch. And Sarah says, sometimes I'll just want it to be quiet, and I'll wish for it, and then I'll go deaf for 3 days straight.
Jesus.
And Nancy's like, if you can do that, can you invoke a spirit? And she's like, no. And this is where you get to see, like, Nancy, what she kind of wants. She wants to, you summon Menon, and you take him into you. He takes everything that's gone wrong in your life. It'll make it all better again.
Yeah.
And Sarah's just like, nothing makes everything all better again.
Right.
Maybe not for you.
Oh, Jesus.
You guys are freaking me out. I gotta get out of here. Oh, she's scared. Nancy, we need her. Like a hole in the head. She'll be back.
Now, oh my God.
What are you Googling?
So, fuck.
What are you doing?
I can't remember what I was...
Well,
I looked up the name Manon because I wanted to know about it, and I can't remember what I found because I lost where I was. Mm-hmm. But Manon, apparently that's a feminine name, and there are women named Manon, I believe, and I think it's like a musical or something, French or something. I don't know. Don't quote me again. But but I do know that it is a feminine name, and it means something. I can't remember. Like I said, I lost everywhere I was. But it's a feminine name, and that makes sense why. And I know the subtitles spell it Manon.
Manon, yeah.
But the girls call it Mano. So
maybe Manon.
They masculine it.
Maybe Manon is the masculine wording of the name, and Mano could be the feminine. Maybe.
Or maybe Mano is is the masculine. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Because, so throughout this film, Sarah, speak out, Sarah. She's very hard to understand.
Yeah.
For the most part, Sarah is like the hardest to understand because she's very, very quiet. Because
she doesn't open her fucking mouth either.
She doesn't open up. Yeah,
she does that in
she's
a
very
lot of
like
films that
she's very like Novocaine mouth.
Yeah.
Which people say to do in acting, but still, you need to be able to articulate and speak up. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a he.
But you say it's a feminine god.
The name.
The name.
He's not a deity.
He's not a deity.
It's not a deity.
It's not.
It's
just
not
a
a deity. It is literally. It's a name.
It's just a name.
And it's like a feminine. It has a feminine meaning in other like languages.
Okay.
And it is a feminine name.
Okay.
So I think that's interesting that they chose a feminine name for a fake male deity. That's what's interesting to me.
That's interesting. I wonder if it was on purpose.
I don't know.
Yeah. We don't really get to know.
I don't know.
Yeah. But a short little thing. Sarah goes on a date with Chris. They kiss. He wants her to go back to his place. She says no. Typical high school bullshit. And Nancy just goes up to all three of the girls are like, so hot stuff. How'd it go? How'd what go? Your date with Chris.
Yeah.
And pretty much Chris, I love Nancy. Because Sarah's like, well, we didn't do it. And Nancy's like, well, maybe he's just trying to save face because he's going around the whole school saying that you are the lousiest lay he has ever had. And then coming from Chris is pretty bad. It's like, no, he didn't. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And Sarah, like, tries to confront Chris, but it's a really not a great attempt.
No.
Because she's just like, can I like, talk to you? He's just like,
look, I don't want to be with you anymore, okay?
Please, stop begging. It's pathetic. And then because Sarah just asked, like, why did you lie about me?
Yeah.
Why did you lie about me? Hey, Chris, fuck you. And I love, what's his name and the friend.
Breckenmeyer.
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 Wait, that's his first name and last name?
Yes, Breckenmeyer.
Breckenmeyer sounds like a fucking last name.
I know, don't you love it?
I do. It's great. Welcome to Brecken and Meyer.
Attorney at law.
Attorneys at law. But Brecken Meyer is like, she's going to cry. And then I'm going to cry. And we're all going to cry.
Yeah, he does sound like a law firm.
It does. It sounds like a fucking law firm.
He's going to cry. And then I'm going to cry.
So here comes like
Rochelle.
Rochelle. Here's her conflict. So she's on the swimming team, which is perfect for her because she's a water sign.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Wonderful.
Whoa.
And she's on like I guess it's not like the high dive. It's like middle high-ish. Maybe like, yeah, as high as high school is allowed.
I don't know what they call it.
I don't know what they call it. I was never a diver. But Christine Taylor's character, Laura, she's like giggling at Rochelle while she's up at the high dive. And it looks like Rochelle is like scared. And Laura's just like, God, she's such a joke. Anytime now.
Yeah.
And Rochelle attempts to jump. And as soon as she like does her little launch, Laura just screams, "Shark!"
Yeah.
And fucks up Rochelle's dive.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck, dude?
She fucking backflaps it.
Oh, yeah. Back flop. Ooh.
Oof.
Horrible stunt double. That must have hurt.
Yeah, that's that.
And they're in the locker room, and fucking Laura's like, oh, my God, there's a pubic hair in my brush. Oh, no, never mind. That's just one of Rochelle's little nappy hairs. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
My heart just, like, drops every time I fucking hear that. Even saying it, like, I feel dirty.
Yeah.
And Rochelle actually confronts Laura. She's like, why are you doing this to me? Do you think you're funny?
Yeah.
And Laura pretty much tells her that she does not like black people.
Yeah.
And she says
racist.
she says she's a racist. She says a really mean name. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a little back thing about Bonnie. She's at the doctor. They're doing that needle thing. So that happens. And here's an interesting thing, which we don't really get explained. Like, Sarah's having like a dream or like a daydream. It's hard to tell. Like, her eyes are closed. I can't tell. They kind of look like they're open. But we get like a little scene of her while she's slitting her wrist.
Oh,
and then she's drinking water or she's drinking liquor. It looks like it's filled with blood.
I think because she was bleeding into it. That was my thought.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know.
And then she drops
Again,
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's all we get.
Like, we don't know if that was the past, if that's supposed to be her. Was that her past from doing it? Is that the thought of she wants to kill herself again? Like, we don't know. And again, it's like
we don't.
With the film just kind of being all over the fucking place with fuck ups and stuff, and on top of it, again, Robin doesn't fucking exactly like show us too well what it is. I mean, I don't know.
So then the next little thing, this is when we get, hey Sarah, we're going on a field trip.
Yeah.
And they get on the bus, and the bus driver, girls, watch out for those weirdos. We are the weirdos, mister.
Yeah.
She gives him that smile.
He's just like, oh, Jesus.
He's like, oh, fuck. So I asked Mage about this. The whole dagger ritual. I asked, like, is that kind of a thing? And she's like, well, the dagger could have been a little much, but pretty much, because, like, what they say to each other with, like, a blade on their clavicle or whatever, it is better that you should rush upon this blade than enter the circle with fear in your heart. How do you enter? They answer with perfect love and perfect trust. And Mage was saying, like, the world is their church. You want to create a circle with no ill intent. So pretty much it's not like, oh, if you go into this circle with fear or whatever, that means you're going to rush into the dagger. Like, it's not like that literal. It's just when you create your circle, you want to make sure the circle is a safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the blood in the wine, she's like, that's a Hollywood scare factor. No blood is ever used. No one dips their own blood. You know how many diseases there are out there?
It's fucking AIDS. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, it's like, again, like, fuck, I remember watching a film and my mom walked in and I was like telling her about, I was like, man, I want to be blood brothers with like my friend. Mom, don't you ever, ever, ever say that again. Don't you ever do that. Don't you ever. And she was like so mad because these were like young kids.
Yeah.
It was, one of them was Banks. He was in the Banks from Mighty Ducks. Mm-hmm. He was in this, whatever the fuck I was watching. I don't remember. But he was one of 4 boys who they cut their hands.
Well, they did it in It, too.
They did, yeah. They did it in It as well. But in the movie that I was watching, one of the kids actually had AIDS. And these 4 boys fucking became blood brothers. And one of the kids had AIDS. And it was like, and my mom was like, don't you ever do that. Yeah. You don't know. And it was like, that's how real it is. And it, yeah. So, yeah, the fact that Hollywood would continue to do that and like, let's do this. And they knew, because you, my sister, so many girls back then, they knew. That was another reason, I'm sure, like you said, why they chose a fake deity. Mm-hmm. Because they knew that girls were going to go out and try to do these things, this shit. So why did you even put the blood in the cup?
The blood thing was really not a good idea. I understand what they wanted to go for, but you cannot ingest or touch someone else's blood.
Yeah.
You just can't. There's way too many diseases out there. So that was all. I love that she called it a Hollywood scare factor.
Yeah.
almost to make the, because they say that their intent, for the whole witching thing was to not make it look like it's a devil thing, because that's what most people think that it is. And in Hollywood, they tend to make it goofy or scary. Mm-hmm. But I think
the satanic panic, of course.
Satanic panic, yeah, exactly. So I want to also talk about the spells that the girls are doing. Mage does say that there is a chalice that does get passed around, but you do the little napkin thing where someone takes a sip, you wipe off the napkin, you share, but you do it safely.
Yeah.
If you feel safe with the group. Everyone has to kind of consent to being comfortable.
Right.
There are ways of going around it. But if you feel comfortable with the people that you are doing your ritual with, yeah.
Catholics do the same thing.
Do the same thing. Yeah, I said the same thing. And when I would get communion or whatnot, it was always the wiping and, even before, it was way before COVID.
Yeah.
But each girl does a spell. And Rochelle's spell is, I drink of my sisters and I ask to not hate those who hate me.
Yeah.
And then she says, especially racist pieces of bleach blonde shit, like Laura Lizzie. Mm-hmm. She named somebody.
Yeah.
And this mage kind of was saying, I wish I wrote down more of it because it was so interesting. Because Rochelle named somebody, and then Sarah does. She says, I ask to love myself more than allow myself to be loved more by others, especially Chris Hooker. So they named people. So when someone else's intent is being put on to someone else, that's when you get into trouble, because you're pretty much imposing your if I want to do a love spell on you, it's not your free will. Mm-hmm. It's my intent being put into yours, and it's not real, and then you can suffer consequences for that. Mm-hmm. Just like what Lirio says, whatever you send out, you get back times 3.
Right.
And Mage is absolutely. And she says, look at this. When you point your finger at somebody, how many fingers are pointing back at you?
Oh, fuck.
3.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So, and it's a common thing in any religion, in any life. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Right.
So, point your finger at somebody, you got 3 pointing back at you.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the best thing I've ever heard. Whoa. When it comes to karma back times 3.
Yeah.
It's a perfect visual of
is.
what the fuck when you point your finger at somebody.
Man.
Yeah, right? But Bonnie, she asked to be beautiful outside as well as in, so it was more about her. Nancy just wants all the power of Manon. And we get a glimpse of Nancy's home life, too. This was actually before the field trip. But she lives in a fucking dilapidated trailer with her mom, who's a drunk, and her stepdad, who just seems like a lazy drunk. And the actress who played Nancy's mom, she did do a really great job. Ray, your lights are on. You didn't pay the bill. You told me you were going to pay the bill. You didn't pay the bill.
It's the storm, Grace. It's the power outage, Grace.
You can't even pay a bill? What are you good for? You know what I'm good for.
Yeah, and then you start hearing...
And poor Nancy, she's laying in her bed, and they live in this horrible trailer, and
I love
she's
your
got
trailer park fucking shit.
My what?
Your trailer park.
My trailer park?
You fucking dick. Your trailer park.
Now I can't do it again because
yes, you can.
You put.
God damn it! You said it, Greg. Do it again. God damn it. God damn you.
You didn't pay the bill. I told you. I gave you the money and you didn't pay a bill.
Your fucking face. I love it. All right.
What are you doing so home late? You're late.
Back to you, Frank.
So Sarah's spell works first.
On that poor dog in the rain.
That poor dog in the rain.
I know. I would have been come on, Trevor. Let's go, buddy.
That's going to be its name, Trevor.
I don't know. Tiberius, come.
Sarah's spell works first. Chris just starts staring at Sarah and starts following her around, and she's taking advantage of it. She's kind of embarrassing him in front of the class kind of thing. And this is when I noticed, because she's with Bonnie, and Bonnie's skirt is really long. It's like knee length. Most girls, it's like mid-length. And then Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board happens. It's a very popular scene. And the best part of the whole thing is fucking Nancy saying, I think I just sprained my finger.
Yeah.
Trying to lift Rochelle.
Yeah.
And like, and Sarah, like, they just keep poking fun at Rochelle about her like weight. And of course they're all super fucking tiny. Sarah's like, now you gotta imagine that he's incredibly light. And Bonnie's like, now is that her whole body or just her head? Ow.
Jeez.
So it obviously works.
Yeah, I love
Bonnie's mom.
Who
Bonnie's
was
mom.
the one that was like, "Shut up, or you're gonna fall."
Sarah. Like,
shut up, or you're gonna fall.
how do I get down?
Yeah.
Who's got the instructions?
Shut up, or you're gonna fall.
Yeah. Bonnie, are you girls getting high? Yeah, they are.
Girls brought you more towels.
Oh, my butt.
That's how I fucking fell. Except my head was the one that hit first.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That explains a lot.
Well, right?
I'm kidding.
Man.
So we get a fun...
I don't know nothing.
So we get a fun montage. I didn't mention, but the soundtrack to this movie is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's so 90s. It's so like girl coming of age, and the montage is really fun. You can tell like they start to they're walking a lot more confident. They have more jewelry on. They're wearing less of their uniforms, and yes, their skirts are a little shorter. And I'm like wondering, because this is before Bonnie's scars get removed, and she's dressing very skimpy. So I'm wondering if that was another fuck up. Like that scene should have happened after her scars. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, and Sarah pulls a strand of Laura's hair. Ow, you pulled my hair out. And this is her again, mush mouth. Sorry, I thought I saw a bug. They have shampoo for that, you know. Stupid bitch. Swallow your wine. So, Sarah is weaving or braiding Laura's hair into Rochelle's hair. Yeah. And Rochelle is like really asking, like, what do you think will happen to Laura? Like, okay, so she legit wants something to happen to Laura, which, okay. What I love about this film too, it's like, what would you do if you had access to magic when you were their age?
Right.
You know, like you put this power with these young girls where their emotions are gonna go go before their heads. Mm-hmm. You know, they're gonna think more with their emotions than logic. So of course they want to, you know, the bully, or they want to make themselves beautiful and sex or be loved by you know, their crush and all that. But remember, dearie, magic always comes with a price.
There you go.
I mean, fuck, Rumpelstiltskin says it in almost every episode of Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
They're not lying.
Magic comes with a price.
It does, every fucking time. And Bonnie's scars, they magically go away. You see the doctor, like, kind of, like, peeling off. It looks fun to peel off that skin.
Dude, it's like fucking...
It's
when
like
you're sunburned and you
sunburned,
just
or when you
rip that
get...
bitch off.
Yeah, when you get, like, glue on your body.
Oh, yeah.
And you, like, peel off the glue. That's fun.
And you always try to peel it, like, the biggest piece as possible.
Yeah.
It's weird,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Ugh. And Bonnie comes back from school, and she just whips off that jacket. She's got this short skirt on. Homeroom starts at 8:45. Sorry, my pedicure ran late.
All the guys are like,
hey, Bonnie,
fucking hit it.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bonnie. And Nancy's been, like, really quiet and distant, and Sarah's like, what's going on with her? And Rochelle's like, her spell's not working. And Sarah's like, what spell? She's like, I don't know. I think she doesn't want to be white trash anymore. And I said, you're white, honey. Just deal with it.
Oh, my God.
But then finally, not finally, I guess it's kind of mean to say, Nancy's kind of like doing her own little like ritual by herself, and you get a really cool look at her bedroom. It looks like my bedroom back then. But Ray gets a heart attack and leaves them $175,000. Like, this dude was an alcoholic, a drunk, an abuser, but he still left them money.
He left them his
life savings. Yeah.
And they're just like, oh my God.
They're like, freaking out. What a dear, sweet man. $175,000.
Sarah's all like, yeah.
$175,000.
Dear sweet man.
Sweet man.
I can't fucking dream it. All right.
So Nancy and their mom get this swanky apartment, and I love her again. Like, more mom. She's like, look, oh, my couch. Oh, look at this couch. I saw it right in the window. I'm like, honey, just wrap it up and I'm going to take it right now. And she has a jukebox. Ever since I was a little girl, all I want in life is a jukebox that has nothing but Connie Francis records. Who's Connie Francis? Shut up, honey. Do you know anything? And they do the little glamour scene.
Yeah.
And I asked Mage about the glamour thing, where Sarah, like, changes her hair, and Nancy's like, a smaller ass. And Mage is like, okay, if you think that was real, there would be all witches would be skinny. Huh? It's not, that shit doesn't happen. Like, if you really want to manifest into bettering yourself, you can do that, but that takes, it's doing it how we all do it. You want to look different, you change yourself, you change your habits, you change, you do your makeup different. That's what makeup is. It's an illusion.
Hello.
Yes. I mean, when you think of like drag queens, how they do their makeup, they transform themselves to look female. Yeah. And same with females doing like drag kings. That's what illusion is. That's a glamour. I just thought that was a funny thing. Like, then there would be no fat witches. Yeah. And she was just like, have you seen us? Have you seen like real witches? Like, no
I don't want to laugh at that.
I know. I didn't want to laugh at that, but she's just like, it's adorable. Yeah.
I have a respect for the craft.
Oh, I do too.
Now, man.
I love it, and like she brings in like all her new stuff sometimes, and I look at it, and like she loves bringing in her like tarot cards. She probably has like as big as a bookshelf with our DVDs. She's got many. Like, yeah, she loves tarot cards, and they're beautiful. They're really interesting. But I already mentioned the whole the back ×3 thing that Lirio says to the girls, and Nancy finds a book about invoking a spirit. So she's like, oh, hey, look, I have money.
Oh, yeah.
So here comes the beach scene that you've mentioned where, they want to invoke the spirit. And Sarah, I want to mention, she mentions, like, she confides in Nancy, who's playing with the snake that she wasn't supposed to have, whatever. Because I think the director said, Sarah was Earth, the snake.
Snake is of the earth.
Snake is of the earth. A bird...
of the sky.
That's of the sky. Whatever.
That's what's interesting. Like, the butterfly was wind.
Yes.
And then, like... But even then, which animal would have been for the fire,
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's almost like a worm would have been better for the fucking earth. I mean, shit.
True.
I mean, but it makes sense, though. But it makes sense, though, with the snake. Because even Tommy Lee Jones says it. Snakes belong on the ground, this one hangs them in the air.
The fuck?
The Missing. That movie.
Oh.
Snakes belong on the ground. This one hangs them in the air. I seen a brujo who could touch it one time, just one time.
Okay. Don't touch my hair.
Oh, I'm sorry, I fucked up. And then a child dropped dead right there. Oh, again, that's another witch movie, man.
What? The Missing?
The Missing.
Yeah.
He's a brujo.
Yeah.
He's a fucking brujo.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the craft, man.
But Sarah, like, pretty much, like, not like confesses, but when things were the worst for me, I would hallucinate things, and she would mention that she would hallucinate these snakes and bugs everywhere. Yeah. She would think it was an illusion, then she would close her eyes really tight to try to get rid of them, and she's like, and then I'd open them, and they would still be there. They're everywhere. And Nancy's like, she's just like, the serpent is a very powerful being. You should respect it. Ooh. And Sarah's just like, dude, I just like opened myself to you, and that's like all you say to me.
Right.
They call the corners. Yes, Nancy's air.
Yeah.
Air and invention. Bonnie is fire and feeling. Rochelle is water and intuition. Sarah is earth, mother and earth. Yeah. And Nancy invokes Menno. Like, all the shit goes on, and she gets like lightning struck at her.
Yeah.
It's like the next morning, and she's like walking on water.
Right.
Like, she's fucking Jesus. Like, do you feel that? He's in me. I can feel him running through my veins. He's still in me.
Oh my God.
And then we see these like beached sharks
Yeah.
dead. And she's just like, look at this. It's so
This is for
beautiful.
me.
This is a gift. These are my gifts. I can feel you in me. I'm your daughter now.
Yeah, none of those fucking cops on the beach were
Are,
like,
like,
you
cool.
psychotic fucking
Yeah, they're not
bitch."
like questioning the one that's like caressing a dead shark.
Yeah, they're probably like, it's just another Monday, Steve.
Another Monday, Steve.
But yeah, that's interesting to me, actually. Because when they did the blood thing, we didn't mention the butterflies. Like, all the butterflies came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We have this very peaceful thing. And that's the beautiful thing with Mano. Is that I at least am noticing throughout the film. Like, Mano is, like, very, like, just giving and, like, again, nature, like
Nature,
you said.
yeah.
Fuck him, no black and white. And it's like, he's good. He's a being of good.
He is a being of good.
And it was almost like he had so much pity for, obviously, Nancy.
Because
he had so much pity for Nancy because of, I mean, look at her life. Look at this. She had an abusive stepfather. Like, all this shit, apparently.
Yeah.
You know, all, the horrible upbringing. And what was also interesting is that, yeah, all of those animals on the fucking beach, they were predators. They were sharks. They weren't, like, there were no dolphins. There were no other random fish. Those were fucking predators. But again, it's like, you can't blame a predator for being a fucking predator if it's an animal.
Well, Sarah even said it. They steal for survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I just thought that was interesting. Like, and especially I can see where the movie was going with that. They were like, we don't want to make Mano look like an ass. We'll have him sacrifice the strongest beings of the ocean, sharks, if you will, or the most predatorial, and instead of like
a dolphin,
beautiful creature like dolphins or a gray whale or the most friendly fucking mammals in the goddamn ocean.
Yeah, I think of dolphins.
Dolphins absolutely
Yeah.
are probably one of the most friendly fucking.
They're
things.
like the dogs
Them
of the
and
ocean.
whales,
Yeah, don't bother whales. Well, don't bother dolphins either.
Let them come to you, man.
Yeah.
I've heard some beautiful fucking stories about whales, man.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie. I'd love. Fuck, man. If a humpback came to me, I'd be like, we're going for a ride, bro. I'm gonna hang on to your wart.
Get on that humpback.
I'm gonna get on that hump.
But on the ride home, Sarah's kind of like, okay, I think this is getting a little out of hand. Remember what Lirio said, putting things out of balance. And apparently Bonnie has become a narcissist.
Yeah.
So that's what confuses me about Bonnie's spell. I guess she's just has become the mean people that were mean to her. Yeah.
Exactly.
So now that's it. She has become one of them, and she's loving it because she's one of the beautiful people.
She's beautiful now. Boys are looking at her, and they are not making. They want a sex.
They want a sex.
They don't. They're not like, oh,
Yeah.
Quasimodo.
Yeah.
And
Nancy's like, fucking relax. It's fun. It's scary. Who gives
What
a
color
shit?
is that light?
Doesn't red mean stop? One of these times, Nancy, the light's not going to turn green. Oh, whoa, you scared, Sarah? You scared? Oh, and I guess we didn't mention, but Laura's hair started to fall out. And Rochelle was able to do the perfect pike dive.
Coach was like, oh my God.
The coach was like, oh, wow, finally. But now, like, Laura's hair, like, it just keeps falling out.
See,
I don't understand it.
That was another fucked up thing, though. Another fucked. Because in that scene when it started falling out, the next scene, it's still fucking falling out, but she had, like, a hat on. And you would have thought, like,
Oh, it's just going to be, like, a couple hairs coming out?
Or something, I don't know. But she had, like, the hat on and shit. But then it made us think, like, there were days, right? So, what? The third fucking day when we get that scene, apparently, air quote, 3 days later or whatever it was. I don't know. But, because they don't specify, but you assume. You see her then in the shower, and the whole fucking thing is, like, gone.
Yes.
And she's got, this, like, old school fucking, like, Stone Cold Steve Austin thing going.
Not Frankenfurter, but what's the in Rocky Horror?
Oh, yeah, what's his nuts? Fucking, God
That
damn
guy,
it.
the one that sings Time Warp.
Right, I can't remember.
I can't remember his name.
I can't
Fuck.
fucking remember
Bad
his name.
us. Bad.
Yeah. But yeah, she has it just keeps falling out. But
Yeah.
it's like, and then this girl comes out, oh my God,
What is it?
What happened?
What's happening? What's going on?
Going on? She's like, it just keeps falling out. It's like, is that another fuck?
fuck
That's
up?
another fuck up moment because
They knew her hair
it makes
was falling
no
out.
sense. If she went home, she knew it was going in like fucking man. It was like coming out.
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, if you knew your fucking hair was going, number one, you would have just shaved the shit if it was falling like that. If you would have gone to a professional and shaved that shit. You're not going to come back leaving your fucking hair all, So they fucked up. I'm sorry,
maybe.
that's me.
Okay.
That's a me. I mean, seriously. I mean,
I can see her trying to hold on to her hair as much as possible because she is so attached to it.
I get it, but it just made no sense because she was hiding it with a hat.
Mm-hmm.
And she was hiding it with a hat the next scene. And was trying to keep people from looking at it. And then the next thing we know, she's in. And then the next time we bring her up, she's in the fucking shower just crying. It was almost like that scene should have been before the hat for me. And then at the party, we see her with the wig.
That was on purpose. That was a shake and go wig.
Right. So, I mean, that was me. Maybe they did that because, again, we found out through this film, they did do a lot of mixing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they did a lot of mixing.
They did a lot of mixing up scenes and shit. So
Yeah.
I think that might have been a problem.
Maybe.
That
No,
might have been something.
I see that.
I don't
But
know. That's just me, though.
Well, I
That's
think
me.
they're trying to show the worst of it at the same time.
Right.
Because after this, Sarah goes out with Chris. Chris tries to rape her.
Right. It wasn't him. I saw it in his eyes.
Yeah, but he says it. Well, Sarah asks, like, I know you feel, like, really intensely, but don't you just, like, stop and think about and wonder where it comes from? And he's like, no, I can't think. I just feel.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I'm not excusing his attempting to rape her.
No, not at all.
But
Well, yeah, and that was the thing with the Chris thing, too. It's like he was a fucking dick and all that, and then it's like, but you still like him and want him to be with you, and then so that made no sense to me
I was gonna
either.
wait to bring that up, but yeah, let's talk about it. That's why, like, because in the car, Sarah's like, I don't know what I'm doing to Chris. I just wanted him to like me.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Why did you want him to like you?
He even went up to you and he was just like, and that shit was funny in the church though. But he goes up to you, he's all like, do you hate me? No, not at all.
No, of course not. But like, it made more sense that, yeah, she would want to get back at Chris for what he's done to her, humiliate him a little bit. But did you actually think that this was going to be a relationship? Like, did you really like this guy? The first guy that hits on you, your first day at school, who spreads all these rumors about you, and you're still going to want to be with him? Like, that's happened to me where I've had rumors spread about me that were completely untrue. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to, like, still hang out with those people.
Right.
It's like, goddamn. But Sarah, you gotta give it. This is when Portishead comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanna be a woman. Sarah!
Stop!
But Sarah runs to,
So tired.
She runs to Rochelle's home, and Sarah's, like, talking about what happened, and Nancy just seems so pissed.
Yeah.
Which is really kind of weird, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe
I think it was because...
It was an excuse.
I think it was because he was gonna fuck her. I don't think they really fucked.
Well, we're not there yet.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
No, we're not at the party yet.
Well,
what are you talking about? You don't think that Nancy
I don't
and Chris...
think Nancy and Chris actually fucked. I don't think they actually had sex.
Really?
No. Okay. Wrap your mind around this, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll riddle you what? What?
All right.
Yes, riddle
so
me
this is my thing with this, okay? Because Nancy was doing all of this, like, oh, Chris, all of this shit with him, and it was all like, he spread rumors about me, we had sex, he wasn't that good, da-da-da-da-da.
When did she say that?
She said that in the beginning of the film. Didn't she say that they had, like, sex and he wasn't worth it and he wasn't, like, good and all that? She didn't say that?
She didn't say that. She said that he spreads disease. I speak from personal experience.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, anywho, I don't know, but I can't help but think that she actually had a thing for him.
Yes.
And there was jealousy.
Yes.
Because he wanted Sarah.
Sarah, yeah.
So I think that her being pissed off wasn't necessarily towards the fact that Chris was about to rape her. It was the fact that he was about to have sex with her. He was willing to rape her, wanted to have sex with her so bad that Nancy was like, should have been fucking me, and it's gonna be fucking me. I want him to fuck me. Da, 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 da. That's me. I don't know.
I was going there. That's where I was going, but I'm proud of you for coming to that conclusion because we're on the same page here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. You're good. No, this is great. You're contemplating.
I'm sorry.
Stop it. I do not want... Stop.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. But I'm glad this is part of the process of our podcast. You're contemplating, but I believe you're on the right track.
Bless you.
Because this was an excuse for her to get back at Chris.
Yeah.
Because she's jealous.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to the party and gets Chris upstairs into this bedroom where a fire is going. I don't know what's up with these rooms with fireplaces. I don't know.
Yes.
In Hook, they had one too, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Hook, fireplace.
Well, that makes sense.
But like, and here's another funny thing, because Chris was trying to force himself on Sarah, but here comes Nancy trying to get on Chris, because she says like, hey, you and me, we had some pretty good times together. If I remember correctly, we had some hot times too. She's trying to like get at his dick, and she's like, do you remember? And he's like, I've been trying to forget.
Right.
He's like, oh, remember, you remember that? And he's like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong? You're not in the mood. Like, yeah, not to get my dick bitten off. Oof. So he's saying no to her.
Right.
But she, you know what I mean? Like, you're seeing a little, like, tables have turned here kind of thing. Interesting. But he rejects her. And she gets, like, really pissed. But then she does her glamour thing and becomes Sarah.
Really cool thing at the time.
Very cool special effects at the time. Very cool. And, of course, because Chris is wasted, so he'll believe anything at this point. Sarah? Make love to me, Chris. So he's all ecstatic. Yeah. They're, like, going at it. And the girls get to the party. And, yeah, I don't think they were having sex. But, like...
They were dry humping.
Because Robin's like, it sounded very much like they were having sex. But
yeah, they were dry humping.
They were dry humping.
They were grinding.
Yeah, they were
grind with me.
Yeah. And then Sarah... This is a really cool, like, special effect or a camera trick that they do where you see him making out with Sarah. Sarah comes in the door. You come back, and he's fucking on top of Nancy, and she just...
Yeah.
You're a witch!
I love that look. She looks at Sarah. She's like, meh.
She's like...
I did it.
Yeah, interrupting.
This is for you.
Yeah, and Chris is just... Yeah, like, oh, they were right, and Sarah's like, come on, Sarah, you scared the shit out of him. Thank you very much. Let's go. And she's like, no, he's got to pay. And he's like, why the fuck do you care?
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and yeah, he's like, you're just jealous. And she's like, that was a trigger. Yeah. Jealous? You don't even exist to me. And here comes where she starts like fucking levitating in her like her little witchy boots. Or like
this creeped the fuck out.
I bet it did.
As a kid.
You are nothing. You are shit.
Yeah.
The only way you tweet. The only way you treat women is by treating them like whores when you're the whore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, she's shaking her fucking head. Dude, that was fucking scary. Hey, sorry, my ass.
Yeah, and then the fucking
window
just blow open, and he just goes out. And,
yeah.
Fucking falls out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, oh god. Yeah, that haunted the fuck out of me as a kid. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
So, Sarah tries to do a bind on Nancy. I didn't really look up to see what a bind was. She was like wrapping her with a ribbon with not her, but like a picture. Right. I bind you, Nancy, from doing harm against other people, and harm against yourself. I think it's trying to, now I get it. Bind her. Restrain her.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Like in the. Oh fuck. Man. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, man. Oh daddy.
I'm doing the move like when I saw the line.
Yeah, man. Oh shit, dude.
Like a straight
jacket.
Straight jacket,
man. Fuck, bind, man.
Boom. Contemplating
Look
here.
Look at you.
Yeah. God, where to go from here? I guess Sarah has her dreams are getting fucked with by the girls. They're kind of like taunting her. They see her in the bathroom, and they're kind of like, because the cops got involved, because obviously Chris died and whatnot, and they're worried that Sarah's gonna like rat on them or something. And why do you want to leave the circle then? Well, how do you, what are you talking about? You don't have to say it. You're thinking it. Like, I know what you're thinking. Like, they've gotten so powerful. And Sarah's like, fine, whatever, I'm out.
Yeah.
And Nancy, and this is one thing that I asked Mage too, and she gave me the most hilarious response to this, because Nancy's like, well, if you're going to leave the circle, you might want to think about leaving the school, or maybe the city too, we're not sure, or the planet. You know, in the old days, if a witch betrayed her coven, they would kill her.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Please don't do any more spells on me. And I asked that, and Mage is like, witches have been fighting off Christians and humans, burning them and hanging them. Why the hell would we want to kill people in our coven?
Right.
That's you don't think that's funny?
I'm laughing, man, but at the same time, it's true.
Well, it is true,
Yeah.
It's like they've been fighting off getting killed and, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny, but it's like, it's so true that how can I laugh at it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm laughing now. But,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but it's
I
like...
know, I mean...
But it's true.
You're supposed to laugh, damn it.
Is it better? Now it's your face that's killing me. All right, man. No, man! No, but like seriously
It's
though,
true.
but it's true. It's like, yeah, I know I was supposed to laugh, but like
I know you're not supposed to laugh.
no, not supposed
because
to.
it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
Because so many women have been killed, burned, like
Look at
hunted.
Salem. I mean,
Salem, yeah, hunted. I mean, they like still. It's like
and a lot of it
people
was
have to
women that weren't
hide.
even fucking witches.
Exactly.
It was like, all they were fighting. They did abortions.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you did a fucking abortion, you were considered a fucking witch.
Yep.
And it was like, and it didn't matter if you dabbled in fucking herbalism or
Yeah.
any fucking, if you were an herbalist.
Yeah.
Anything that had to do with fucking medicine. Like, honestly, on Netflix, the show fucking Castlevania, that cartoon, that's a perfect fucking example of witches. You haven't watched it, but like that's a perfect example because the woman was a doctor, and especially because back then women were not allowed to be fucking doctors.
Right.
Man, you know? So she was like, I believe in science, I believe in this, and she goes to Dracula, and Dracula's all like, I can teach you the way of science, I can teach you all these things, and then eventually she gets fucking burned.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for Castle fucking Vania, but you know, she gets fucking burned. And that's what pisses off Dracula. And Dracula's like, fuck the world! You know? And then it's just like, but no, it's a good point. But back to it. Back to the craft.
Sarah looks for help, so she goes to the store and asks for
Lenore.
Lirio.
Oh, Leorna. Lirio.
Lirio. God.
See, I feel like Lirio should have been the fucking, the deity, and then fucking Manon should have been her.
Oh,
I mean,
Manon, yeah, maybe.
That's
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Lirio. Pray to Lirio. I don't know.
But the curtain, because like Sarah's like, I do not know what to do. These girls are in my mind. They killed people. I tried to do a binding and it didn't work. I'm really scared. And the curtain starts to like, come. She's like saying, like, Sarah, you have a tremendous light inside you, and you hear the voice of your mother in your ring. She was a witch too, of course. Didn't you know? No. So it's hereditary, apparently. So Lirio tries to get Sarah to invoke the spirit.
Right.
She's like, no, it made Nancy crazy. And she's like, Nancy took it to a dark place. You're not dark. Like, you understand the balance. So if you want to stop these girls, you have to do this. Sarah's a fucking pussy, so she's scared. And the girls do a glamour. They try to set the thing on fire, but it was an illusion.
Not even that
Sarah
it was an
runs
illusion
away.
also, but I think because it's like what Lirio said. She was like, this is a holy ground.
Yes,
this is
thank
a holy
you.
area. So I feel like that they tried to do the glamour, but because when they did the glamour immediately fucking went boom. I think because it hit that room, it hit the temple.
Yes.
So as soon as the glamour went to the temple, it went away. And Lirio was all like, instead of being all like, Sarah, you're safe here. She was all like, Sarah, no, you can't, you know, instead of being like, Sarah, this is literally the only place that you'll be fucking safe, bitch.
That's true.
Don't go.
Because, she did say, like, this is the oldest temple. It's like the ground, it's full of magic.
Right.
Like the most powerful magic.
And you see it, like around them, the aura.
Yeah, the ground is, like, kind of like waving, almost like it's on water. Like a river. But Sarah runs to her house, and the chicks are like, they try to fake her out, saying that her parents went back to San Francisco and their plane crashed. It's on the news. Like, how could you not think that it's true?
Yeah, turn on channel 11.
Yeah. Go look at your TV.
And then the most terrifying fucking thing of this goddamn movie.
The snakes. Everything about the climax of this film is pretty fucking terrifying, you gotta admit.
The snake, like, she starts walking through the house, and then there's snakes everywhere. Real, and these were all real, too. That was what was, like, fucking unbelievable to me. Yeah. Some of the fucking cockroaches may have been, like, from the toilet and shit, may have
when they were rising in the toilet, the snake coming out of the sink.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think that might have been real. But,
God.
Everything was fucking real, and it was, like, all these real fucking things that I hate so much.
I don't like them either.
I would have died at the spiders. Like, the spiders would have killed me, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, every single one of these but the snakes, I don't really freak out with snakes. I know a lot of people, actually, who have more fears against snakes than they do, like, spiders and shit.
I would rather snakes.
Mm-hmm, I would rather fucking... Honestly, I picked snakes. I like snakes.
Yeah.
But, like, it's like, I don't fuck with spiders. I don't fuck with...
Bugs.
Bugs in general. I don't fuck with bugs in general.
I don't like fucking rats.
Yeah. Pretty much everything but the snakes.
Yeah,
I'd be freaking out. If it was a snake, I'd be like, fucking bite me. I don't care.
But it was fake. It was all
glamour.
Another glamour. And pretty much what they're trying to do, they're trying to get Sarah to kill herself.
Yeah.
So the blood's not on their hands.
Mm-hmm.
They even write a note saying, I killed Chris, I'm so sorry. And fucking that plan goes to shit. Mm-hmm. Because, the girls, they start to like levitate, and Rochelle's like, why isn't she using magic on us? And Nancy's like, because she's weak!
Yeah.
Now is the end. Let her go in peace. Now is the end. Like,
Let her go in peace.
Yeah, and then Nancy fucking slits Sarah's wrist, and Sarah's like, it isn't real. Then why are you still bleeding?
But it's
Run!
And she did it the wrong way, though.
She did it the wrong way. But those looked like
those were deep,
pretty deep cut. I think if she was there, like laying there by herself, and no one came to help her, she could maybe possibly have bled to death. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
Right.
But I know you were laughing because Sarah's like running upstairs and crying, and Nancy's like, I'm bleeding.
you hear her downstairs. Oh no, I'm bleeding. Yeah.
I'm bleeding. So Sarah tries to invoke the spirit. The mom's picture comes to life, and slowly but surely, her wounds start to heal. You hear like the lightning and thunder going in. Rochelle and Bonnie go up to check on her. Well, Nancy pretty much forces them to do it.
Get out there, you stupid bitch! I'll gut you myself!
Yeah, you're as dead as she is.
Yeah.
Little shit. But Sarah does a little glamour on them where the girls look in the mirror and Rochelle's hair is going away. It's like worse than Laura's, and Bonnie's face is fucked up, and they're like, it's coming back times 3.
Yeah.
Not again.
They
run out. Nancy's on her own, but Sarah has the spirit in her, and Nancy's like, why aren't you dead?
Right.
Sarah's just like, came to me and saved me. Oh, and he wanted me to give you a message. You're in deep shit. You've abused the power that he's given you, and now you gotta suffer the consequences. Mm-hmm. And I love, this part is the worst, when the bugs start to come out of Nancy, and like her fingers start turning into like snakes, and she's got bugs in her mouth.
Oh,
yeah.
Why is they doing this to me?
Yeah. Relax, it's only magic.
Yeah.
Now it's pathetic. And then they have they have an epic battle, honestly. Yeah. It's kind of cool. Mm. Fucking Nancy, I'll kill you. I summoned him first, you bitch.
Yeah, he's mine.
Yeah. They're like, all the like fucking like clothes and papers are going up against the wall.
Yeah.
There's a fucking deadly dresser that almost kills Sarah.
Yeah, I was like, whew.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell if the dresser was Sarah's doing or if it was Mano's doing. I feel like it might have been Mano's doing.
It could have been it probably, I don't know. It just seemed, to me, it seemed like energy from both of their magics.
Oh, that's
coming, like they're in a battle, so their magic
everything's
coming at them. I don't think it was
like a magnet.
Like a magnet. Yeah, pretty much. I don't think it was Mano trying to like help Sarah or interfere in any way. I think it was just these kind of like when like in a Dragon Ball Z, when like when they would become like Super Saiyan, whatever. Sometimes like the earth and the ground would kind of start to like come apart and float in the air.
Oh yeah,
kind
you see like the rocks levitate. And
levitate and all that. Yeah, but Sarah like disappears and her like clothes are still there. I love Nancy's like jerky.
She's about to just stab the shirt.
Stab the shirt, yeah.
And then you just see fucking Sarah just like chameleon out and is just like
yeah.
He kicks her and then they both scream in fear.
I call it the last push. I wrote down the last push. So, yeah, and she like pushes Nancy and like she like she hits this fucking glass, and it's a really cool effect. It's pretty much just wires of like Nancy just going like ah,
yeah, breaks the mirror. 7 years bad luck.
7 years bad luck, and Sarah's still trying to like bind Nancy.
I bind you, Nancy.
Yeah, it's a new day. Dad's fine. The girls, Bonnie and Rochelle, they go up to Sarah and they're like, hey, we just want to apologize for Sarah's like trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Okay. And they wanted to know like, do you still have any powers? Because we don't. So yeah, their powers got taken away.
Mano was like, fuck you bitches.
Yeah, you
fucked up.
You fucked up,
you fucked up, girls.
And the girls were like, hey, if you ever want to hang out, chant, or call the corners, like...
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Hold your breath until I call. And you gotta love it. Those girls are still bitches. Rochelle's like, she probably doesn't have any powers anyway.
Yeah.
And I love it. Sarah just turns around and all of a sudden, lightning, thunder, wind, and shit. Be careful. You don't want to end up like Nancy.
Yeah.
And where is Nancy? She is binded.
She is
in a bed, cuffed, what is it called? She's restrained by her wrists, her ankles. She's in an insane asylum. It's you. He gave me power. I can do whatever I want now.
I don't know about powers, baby, but I'm giving you something that's gonna calm your ass down.
Yeah. he gave you something, baby, but it ain't the power.
That's what she said. Yeah, that's
but
right.
I can fly. I'm flying. She got like these scars. She looks just like the fucking Exorcist.
Right.
She's got these scars all over her fucking face.
Well, it's funny because like her cuffs she could have touched her face with her cuffs.
She could have, yeah.
So that's probably what she was doing. That's interesting.
It could have been.
Maybe.
I'm thinking it's the cuts from the
mirror.
From the mirror, but she hit the mirror from
backwards,
the back.
Yeah.
So
that would have made
could have been.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
A little bit of both, maybe.
Yeah, who knows? I thought it was self-inflicted.
That makes more sense
for me.
Yeah.
I thought that those were again
as an
with
adult.
The fucking shit.
That makes more sense. As a kid, I think the mirror, but
exactly.
As an adult, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fucking the craft, guys. That was a journey.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Let's check out our book here.
Oh yeah, let's write the book. The handy dandy Shakespearean notebook. Notebook.
All right. Who was the incontinent, boiled brain idiot worshiper?
Yeah, obviously.
So, indulging lust without restraint, senseless, hot-headed, one with faith and stupidity.
It's Chris.
Chris?
And I just realized that his last name is Hooker.
Because he's a male slut?
There you fucking go. Chris! Fucking Chris!
I'm thinking it's either Chris or Nancy.
Thank you. Indulging lust without restraint. Oh, you said Nancy.
It could be a tie.
Clay-brained. Stupid.
That wasn't it. That's the wrong one.
Oh, it's not? Boiled brains.
No, that's wrong too.
It was boiled brains.
No, it wasn't. Was it boiled brain? Yes.
Senseless, hot-headed. Yeah, because I guess he wasn't necessarily hot-headed. The only reason
he was hot-headed in the beginning.
Was it in the beginning or when he was lustful with her? Because in the beginning, I don't think he was necessarily hot-headed. He was just a prick.
I thought hot-headed and kind of like an asshole are kind of the same thing.
Hot-headed is like fucking going from like 0 to 100.
That's true.
In like anger, like
okay.
I have like a fucking 2-inch fuse. So I could be considered hot-headed.
Yep, you're right. I'm wrong.
But that's just, I don't know. So for me, I don't know. I wouldn't consider him necessarily hot-headed. He's more or less just like a mild, cocky son of a fucking bitch.
Yeah, so maybe I'm thinking Nancy.
One with faith and stupidity. I'll have to go with Nancy. After we read it,
Yeah.
Everything you're saying makes sense to me. So
Yeah.
not Chris. I was thinking of Chris in the aspect of like, God damn it, Sarah! But
Yeah, that moment, but he was under a
it was under a
spell.
spell,
Yeah, Nancy.
But Nancy's just psychotic as fuck.
Nancy, yeah. And the most interesting.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So would you watch this film without me?
Honestly, this has got to be one that I got to say, like, I don't know. Like, as a kid, I watched it. It scared the shit out of me. As an adult, I'm finding just a lot of, and especially, like, watching the making and everything, I found a lot of just...
There's more to explore.
There's more to explore. I found a lot of fuck-ups, like we talked about.
Yes.
And it just doesn't make sense. And it's just like, eh. So... I guess I would only watch this. No, I'd probably only watch this if I walked into a room and you were watching it, I'd probably sit down and watch it with you.
Okay.
I'd have to do that. I don't know. I can't necessarily say if I'd feel like I want to turn this on or not for my own self, but I might. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm on the bench or fence. I'm on the fence. I'll say I'm on the fence.
You're benched.
I'm benched.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
It's a maybe. If it's on, if I'm flipping through and it's on, I'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll be like, you know what? Why not The Craft? But I don't know if I'll necessarily like turn it on my own. Mm-hmm. But I do like this film.
Yeah. Okay.
I do like this. It's a fucking, like I said, it's from our youth.
Yeah.
And I like it, and I've got things about it. It's just learning and being an adult now, watching it and finding all of the interesting things that are like, we could have done better, guys. Like, come on, you know.
Before we get to what you want to do, and I still want to stick with the whole craft thing. I want to make some sort of statement. Thank you, Opie. There is someone who listens to our podcast. He's a contemplator. His name is Clobbering Time. And he had something very wrong happen to his channel. He is a beloved member of a community that I am a part of, and someone struck his channel. He's in the movie business, apparently. Neil fucking Breen. He struck his channel, Clobbering Time's channel, and now he's not allowed to stream for the rest of the year. I know it's not that long from now, but part of me was like, you know what? I want to put some type of hex or do some type of spell on Neil Breen to like get back in him. But you know what? I don't need three fingers pointing back at me. I am not vindictive like Neil Breen is for copyright striking someone who does nothing but good for the community, who is a very wonderful person. So Neil Breen, you're safe for now. But don't you dare do that ever again.
Yeah.
Please unstrike this strike.
I don't even know who the fuck Neil Breen is.
I didn't either until it's happened, but he has like obscure kind of films. They're not really well known. He also dabbles in other things, but yeah.
Well, that's probably why he did whatever he did. He's just a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know, but get rid of the strike, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, you're lucky that someone that is as popular as Clobbering Time is, that brought your work out on his channel. Yeah. So, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Grow up. But I've said that. What do you have for me, my dear?
Okay, so, I mean, by the time you guys listen to this, Halloween will be over.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to at least get one more.
Okay.
Maybe for both of us.
Maybe, yeah.
You know?
I mean, Thanksgiving isn't really that big of a holiday.
Thanksgiving ain't really. There's not too many Thanksgiving films.
There's only one that I know of.
I mean, yeah. One that you knew of. I mean, obviously, we already did last... Well, I did last year. Son of a Woman.
Right.
But, yeah, I think I kind of... And I might be ready to go a little heavy.
Okay.
And if we do that, I probably want to go with one of the films that a lot scared the shit out of me, but this one particular, I just really admire this particular film, and I don't even know if it's streamable right now, but I might end up having to buy it, which is fine. But I'm thinking The Thing.
The Thing?
I'm thinking The Thing.
Oh my god.
And I actually did. I did in my horror class. I did a fucking essay on The Thing, and I did like all this research and all this shit. And my teacher actually fucking liked everything I had to say. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Because I really do admire this film.
Yeah, the film. Oh my god, that's super spooky.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
I remember watching this with my dad and my brother when I was way too young to watch this. It scared the shit out of me.
See, I can't remember, believe it or not, I can't remember my first time watching this.
I do.
You know?
I remember the house my dad was living in. Ooh, I hated it. But I appreciate it now. But yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do the thing. Let's get super spooky.
It's the fucking thing, dudes. So,
yeah.
Contemplators, thank you so much for joining us again on this wonderful day. Happy Halloween, motherfuckers.
Happy fucking ween.
Yes,
be safe. Whatever you intend to do, as always.
As always. Light your pumpkins, carve your pumpkins. Be fun. So, everybody, thank you once again for joining us. And you can find us on all podcasts. Please leave a like, a review.
Subscribe to us.
Subscribe.
We are available. I got this.
I forgot
we are available on mostly all podcasting platforms. We are also all over the World Wide Web. On Twitter, we are movies_pod. On Instagram, we are movies.contemplation_pod. We have an email, movies.contemplation@gmail.com. And we are also on Facebook, Movies and Contemplation Podcast.
Yes, contemplate us. We'll see you next week with The Thing.
Yes. Bye. #free clobbering time.
Free clobber. Bye.